This is exactly what the fans want, and they're getting it. Tuesday the 26th, an undisputed title fight. Both men unified champions, Naoya Inoue and Marlon Tapales, meeting up to decide who's going to get all 4 belts at 122 pounds.
Moving up 2 weight divisions, becoming undisputed in 2 weight classes in a year time, that's unheard of.
If you told me that there was a casual fan that wanted to understand what current world championship boxing looks like, feels like, is, I would say he's the one fighter you must watch.
When everybody else is finding reasons not to fight and not to make the big fights, Naoya Inoue is running towards those fights, and he's pressuring to make those fights happen. Other fighters need to follow in his footsteps.
まあそんなにこだわりはないんですけどね。次が2階級で4団体かかった試合だから、まあ気持ち的にはいつもと変わらず自分の最高のパフォーマンスができる試合をしたい。偉業をこの2階級で4団体統一の偉業を成し遂げたいとか、ベルトを4つ取りたいとか、そこじゃないんですよね。だから自分がどれだけ強い姿を見せれるか、どれだけのパフォーマンスを見せれるか、戦いたいってところなんですよ。
My thoughts on the Inoue versus Fulton fight, I was surprised of how easy Inoue made that fight look. You know, you hear all the time, the great ones make it look easy.
Trying to claim 2 more belts as Fulton tried to grab the ropes, backed up into the corner.
He made it look easy, dominating a 2-time world champion, who I thought in Fulton had the toughness, the skill set to be able to compete and combat against Inoue and his skills. And Inoue showed that he was levels above Fulton.
Naoya Inoue is doing things and doing them to great fighters.
Said a lot of times he's boxing's perfect predator, but he's also the most efficient.
This is what he delivers time and again.
I don't recall many guys, knockout artists of his caliber, moving with that economy. What he does with very little movement is extraordinary.
7. Oh, a big right hand from Naoya Inoue. Maloney is down and hurt.
What does this quest say about him? It says that he's a fighter that all fighters should aspire to be. Don't talk about fighting the best, fight them. Don't talk about unifying, unify. I think that the onus is on the fighters, and they should take note of Inoue.
調整試合を挟む精神力がないです。逆を言えばこけるんだったらそっちでこけるかもしれないです。やっぱりモチベーションだったりこう全てがマックスの数値に値しないで試合に挑むことになる可能性が高い。そっちの方が怖いなっていうのは自分の中で思うんですよね。だったらまあ一つ階級を上げたとしてもその階級でやっぱり強いと言われるチャンピオンに向かっていく自分のモチベーションだったりこう仕上げる能力っていうのは自分は高いと思うんで、まあ、そこに期待して試合に挑んでった方がやっぱりいい結果は出るのかなと思ったし。
Naoya Inoue is very tough to describe because he's unlike almost any fighter we've ever seen before. He has this unique combination of extraordinary God-gifted power, skill, speed, athleticism, toughness, grit, the ability to be resilient, but it's packaged in a small body. And it almost seemingly has no boundary as to where he can go with it. It does not matter as he goes up in weight. That power not only carries, but the dynamic, explosive quality of being the biggest bully and the viper. He's the apex predator. That's what he is. And he's showing it time and time again.
As a fan, what more could you ask for? He's fun to watch, he takes risks, he knows how to finish a fight, he's technically skilled, so he's a complete fighter, he's a complete package, and I think that's what makes him different. He's what boxing needs. He is The man who's gonna give you a little bit of everything in a fight, and at the end, you're gonna leave satisfied knowing you saw an Inoue monster performance.
The monster! A 4-division world champion!
I believe he's the most dynamic fighter on earth today. You could make an argument as to who's #1 pound for pound, but in terms of being purely dynamic, Inoue's the guy.